Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Steve Jobs. Do not follow where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The very essence of leadership is that you have to have vision. You can't blow an uncertain trumpet. Theodore M. Hesburgh. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Eleanor Roosevelt. In matters of style, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. Thomas Jefferson. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, concerned citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. Martin Luther King, Jr. It is not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Charles Darwin. Leaders grasp nettles. David Ogilvy. I start with the premise that the function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. Ralph Nader. The single biggest way to impact an organization is to focus on leadership development. There is almost no limit to the potential of an organization that recruits good people, raises them up as leaders, and continually develops them. John Maxwell. A good objective of leadership is to help those who are doing poorly to do well, and to help those who are doing well to do even better. Jim Rohn. Leaders instill in their people a hope for success and a belief in themselves. Positive leaders empower people to accomplish their goals. Unknown. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adams. A great person attracts great people and knows how to hold them together. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Leadership is the art of giving people a platform for spreading ideas that work. Seth Godin. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did it ourselves." Lao Tzu. A leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be. Rosalind Carter. Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. Jack Welch. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The leader adjusts the sails. John Maxwell. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. John F. Kennedy. Wise leaders generally have wise counselors because it takes a wise person themselves to distinguish them. Diogenes of Sinope. The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains. The superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires. William Arthur Ward. No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself, or to get all the credit for doing it. Andrew Carnegie. Anyone can hold the helm when the sea is calm. Publilius Syrus. A good leader takes a little more than his share of the blame, a little less than his share of the credit. Arnold Glazo. Mastery is great, but even that is not enough. You have to be able to change course without a bead of sweat or remorse. Tom Peters. Champions keep playing until they get it right. Billie Jean King. You don't get any medal for trying something. You get medals for results. Bill Parcells. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. Sun Tzu. He who would accomplish little must sacrifice little. He who would achieve much must sacrifice much. He who would attain highly must sacrifice greatly. James Allen. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. Bruce Lee. Effective leadership is not about making speeches or being liked. Leadership is defined by results, not attributes. Peter Drucker. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Helen Keller. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that count. Winston Churchill. Victory has 100 fathers, and defeat is an orphan. John F. Kennedy. Action springs not from thought, but from a readiness for responsibility. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. The greatest leaders mobilize others by coalescing people around a shared vision. Ken Blanchard. If you want to build a ship, don't drum up the men to gather wood, divide the work and give orders. Instead, teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Don't tell people how to do things, tell them what to do, and let them surprise you with their results. George S. Patton, Jr. Example is not the main thing in influencing others. It is the only thing. Albert Schweitzer. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. Nelson Mandela. Silent gratitude isn't very much to anyone. Gertrude Stein. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Eleanor Roosevelt. Keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others. Robert Louis Stevenson. Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it. Dwight D. Eisenhower. The best executive is the one who has sense enough to pick good men to do what he wants done, and self-restraint to keep from meddling with them while they do it. Theodore Roosevelt. The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things. Ronald Reagan. Leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge. Simon Sinek. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Warren Bennis.